Hi, Arctotube! Hope you're doing well and taking good care of yourself. Welcome to this episode of In the Ocean, where we are going to dive into a game called The Complex Expedition. Let's insert a tape, and this is a backroom style of game. Tabir is exactly like going straight to Ganon's Castle in Breath of the Wild. Exactly, like it's self-imposed if you want to do it. But considering Clair Obscur is a very unusual game in the industry with their approach, I can see why a lot of people, not a majority, but a lot of people might not know the aspect of like how much you can choose your path. The Complex. What tape are we watching? Your Mom's mixtape. I love how, as a kid, we were told ain't ain't a word, but now it's considered informal English. I know, right? Well, the newer generation, and I appreciate this. Recovered footage 1988, by the way.
And we're rolling.
Okay.
Alright, you ready?
Oh, this looks realistic as hell.
You know what,
Holy shit!
Yeah, I know.
Can we get subtitles? Doesn't seem like we have availability of subtitles, right? Also, I just got a text message. It might be my wife, I guess. No, it's my little sister. She's sending pictures of games. This looks like VR. It does.
I'm waiting on them.
Holy shit, this looks realistic. This is actually insane. Another expedition? Yeah, this one into the Backrooms. But yeah, like one thing I appreciate about the younger, my little sister sending me so many pictures for a game collection. Holy shit! I have like 7 messages now. So anyway, I love that we have established that some of the traditions and approaches.
Testing 1 2 1 2. Mic check. This is Newman. Can you hear me? Loud and clear.
Holy shit! This game looks insane. Well, I can't walk this way. Invisible wall. Feels bad. But just to say, so I can get on with the game. I just love. Actually, this is a Backrooms game. There might be a lot of walking. Let's continue this first. Oh. Okay.
Take your time, huh?
Yeah.
This is sick.
What's the rush anyway?
Well, the other guys have been waiting up there for about 30 minutes. We gotta go.
Yeah, of course.
What is that noise? This might be the best introduction I've ever seen to a Backrooms game.
Yeah, they've been very vocal about that. They even have a group record them walking to room 1A and back.
I got no information as to why I'm recording, but Sal told me it was very important to keep the camera on and just.
I love that they were waiting.
I don't understand why they're being so mysterious.
Yeah, it looks like I'm watching a movie, yeah. Okay, so she sent me like 13 messages now. What the hell? She's selling off her collection, and I'm gonna see if I want to buy any. And I did not expect this with the pictures. This is not a cutscene. No, I'm controlling this. Yeah, this looks really atmospheric and good. Hey, Tire Tea Leaf. Shit is gonna hit the fan soon.
So who's waiting at the controls?
Dan and Greg are waiting down there. Might be more, but I'm not completely
This
sure.
is an indie game.
I kind of doubt we're gonna need any more help.
Retro and Super Nintendo, Sega, 8-bit,
I
stuff like that.
guess it would be for maintenance if that's necessary.
Sure.
Mega G-Wolf. Funny. So, what I will say, especially being in the world of content creation, something I'm observing. Because I have to,
We're almost there.
well, or rather, I do get exposed a lot to different countries, different routines, and different things. And if there's something the younger generation, thankfully, is doing,
They also said that one of us might need to actually go through the little gap down there as well.
okay,
So if any one of us needs to go, I would go Newman.
the younger generation.
Why just me?
Well, because you have one of those cameras. They have lights on them too. You could, but not even have to go down there anyway.
Oh, you're right. There is a fingerprint up in the right. Oh my God, the camera has a fingerprint on it. That is insane. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about the younger generation soon. This game doesn't want me to talk about it. Like, goddamn boomers. This is 1988 in the game. Shut up, boomer.
Yeah, we had some issues with the camcorder.
It's not too much. Yeah, well,
Aw, robot.
should be set up. Dan was helping me with it. Seems like he knows it.
He's so cute. Wait, am I being sent in?
They should be all set up.
Uh-huh.
I've never actually controlled this thing before, so this is the first.
You'll get the hang
Okay.
of it. Okay, you should have good.
Oh yeah, I do SCP. SCP is my favorite stuff. But it's like you say, games can be hit and miss, but I love the concept. Okay, so can I just turn around and leave? Goodbye. Oh. So anyway, the young generation has thankfully done stuff, and I am contributing too. Shaking up needless routine and tradition, like needless meetings, needless phrasings, needless approaches, where it's just like needless paperwork and bureaucracy. Because for a while, in like the 70s, 80s, and 90s, they built up like, oh yeah, we have to have all these meetings, all this paperwork to make it look proper, blah, blah, blah. And it's not even legal stuff, it's just needless stuff to make it seem important. Like, oh yeah, I had 12 meetings today. Yeah, those 12 meetings could have been one. And it's just needless tradition and structure that is being shaken up so much because it's not productive, it's not efficient, and it's not helpful. And it just wastes people time. And one of the reasons it was manufactured like that too is because some people just wanted you to stay more time working. You didn't have that amount of work. They synthetically created that amount of work. And then they didn't even want to pay you a fair salary for it. Instead of just paying you a bit less and have you work less hours. It's like the weirdest shit ever. And it became such a tradition that nobody questioned in like the 90s and early 2000s. But nowadays, it's being shaken up so much, and especially in content creation, you see it all the time. Like, you should see big companies, sometimes when I talk with them, the person who works there, they're so laid back, and we send memes. We send memes to each other in our work messages. I once drew myself as Superman with a bag of money flying over an orphanage, giving them money as a response to a company that wanted to sponsor me. And then I got back a picture of them drawing themselves with a thumbs up. We drew in paint. It was so good. I'll tell you, but I'm sorry to hear that. The Argon in the meetings is what always gets me. Yeah. So it's like, you guys should know like just how much is being changed, and we're in a transition period, and boomers that want to stay in power, like not all boomers are bad, but those are that try to cling to power and want to sit there until they're 90 years old, instead of like, retire, you're rich, you can live happily, instead of wasting away at work, you idiot. Like, you guys are scaring them because you're making things fun, you're making things efficient, you show that their ideas were like bad and outdated in already when they were implemented many times, and some have just become outdated. And it's just so fun to see how much promise the future has when we look at the younger generation.
What? It's supposed to reach way further.
Hey, heavy bomb!
You know, I'll just go get it. I remember the way.
Oh no, your AC shut down? Oh no.
Sure?
Stay safe.
Yeah, of course.
Hey guys,
you
we're
know,
going in.
It's not
We're
that
going
far.
in.
I'll just go get it, bring it back. No big deal.
So if I ever sound overly optimistic, it's because I get exposed a lot as a content creator, and especially with the kindness you guys have bestowed on making this community so big. I'm gonna lower the sensitivity. It exposes me to lots of info of the world, and I see more promise than I see despair. But I understand why the way mainstream media tries to do things can make you feel despair, and that's by design. Because know that in the 90s they had a meeting about how meetings was unnecessary, and I kind of love the irony of that. They definitely did. And how they needed them to be unnecessary to create more like need of meetings. Yeah, and that's the thing, Totem Dankster. You don't even need to do that. That's self-inflicted because the billionaires just want more money. Money they don't need. That's a freaking insane thing. So, like, do you need it to? No. Do you have to because they make you? Yes.
It's going fine.
Stand up, protest, don't show up. Everybody in America should just sit down and not work for one single week. The billionaires will be crying their eyes out because that's their empire crumbling in just a week.
It feels kind of weird being in this part. I mean, it's just no one's ever been here before. It's kind of odd.
I understand. Just keep it cool.
Nobody's been here before. Just like your bedroom, Bob. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, so this is very realistic and cool looking. I love this. Bob is trying his best, okay? Well, Bob should probably unlock the door to his bedroom so people can get in. Ha ha ha! Oh, silly Bob.
Okay,
Typical Bob.
I'm here. Wait, the rover, it's gone.
Oh, right.
It's not here.
It was here.
Wait, what? Are you sure you're in the right place?
Yeah, it's the right place, but it's definitely not here.
That makes some sense.
Gotta love the fingerprint smudge on the camera. That is such a fun detail. I can't stop looking at it.
Nah, just come back. We'll figure it out.
Come back.
I can find it, but I mean, it has to be here. There's no way it could just disappear.
I'm gonna go deeper.
Alright, just be quick.
This is so freaking well done. I did not expect this when I booted up this game. And also, I am into all types of games, even sports games. Sports and racing games are lower on my list, unless it's something like Mario Kart. But I still find interest depending on how you approach it.
News at 9:31. Bob doesn't know how to handle a knob. It is understood that he frequently finds himself at odds with the door.
More at 11! Thank you, Newsfish. I appreciate that info. Thank you. Thank you for reporting so everybody gets to know about Bob. I just love how you can put in almost anything and he just makes it sound so official. Hello? The Bob lore goes deep. Tiny Toxic Tofu is a wonderful person, by the way. Fellow ambassador, great friend.
Greg, did you hear that?
Is that a train?
I think there's an earthquake going on.
What? I don't feel anything.
Everything's shaking, man. You can't feel that?
I'm on a railroad track. You can see something whooshing by. Do you see it?
Just hurry back.
What the frick? I think they're driving us away on tracks. The Backrooms. Oh. Yeah. Ow. That's bad. Hello? Big complex. Get up. Get up. Get up. Roll credits. I am the credits.
Sir, do you hear me?
Bob!
Does anyone copy? Please.
Where are you, Bob?
Hello.
I'm sorry about the bedroom comment, Bob.
How the fuck
Please
did that
respond.
even happen? Fuck.
I wish I could see my feet, though. I don't have any legs, man. At least the carpet is clean. Wait, I can't go this far down? I'm a snake? Oh, yeah. All about roll him where? That's the question. This is the rest of the game. I'm just gonna keep crawling forward. For charity. For charity! I'm gonna go this way. Let's play the game like that. No, wait. If I do this... Okay. So I can only get that down deep. Wait. So if I do this... Okay. So if I crawl on the floor like this... And then I do this... How am I moving to make this work? Am I just made of like rubber or something? Alright, crouching, pushing the camera along on the floor. Well, my shadow would be higher up in that case. I actually just shrink in size. Oh, that makes more sense. Oh, those chairs scare the shit out of me. Polymorphic alloy. I am T-Rex. No, wait, Terminator. Everybody knows that T-Rexes were robots. Yeah, the T-100, the T-1000, and the T-Rex. Rawr. Imagine if monsters would spawn. Wouldn't spawn because the game would expect you to stand normally and the spawn trigger would be much higher. That would be kind of funny. What I think these games are great for is like a game where you can have a game on and also talk at the same time. So if I was doing a podcast, posting up a game like this would be perfect. For example, like there's actually a game coming out, I think next year, which is literally meant to be a walk and talk simulator where you just go in and you walk around. There's some puzzles sparkled in the game, so a little bit of gameplay, but generally it's just environments where you walk around and talk. Perfect for banter in the back rooms. Dude, that's actually lit. Nothing in there, okay. So I want to start a podcast series where I discuss things. And for example, one thing I promise to do, but like the first podcast I'll have is common mistakes in content creation. And what that means is that there are so many people. One of the things I will mention is don't trust most videos, if any of them, that have the this is how you grow, this is how you stop having 0 viewers, this is how you blah blah blah, because they can't promise you growth. They're gonna highlight the things they think you should do because it worked for them, but the problem is you've seen those videos all over the place. It doesn't work that way. Can I look outside? And what you do is you support them while they tell you things that doesn't necessarily work for you, and if it works for someone, it was pure luck, and then they will say it works for them and make the same videos. And it becomes like an unintended pyramid scheme because you can't manufacture success. If those videos worked, everybody would have 100 viewers. Everybody would be Twitch partner. You know, so that would be one of the things in the common mistakes to make. Investing too much time and effort into stuff like that. But also like streaming too long hours. You guys saw that, right? It was like a spider thing. Spending too much time posting things in the wrong place, like Discords that have go live rooms, and you spend the better part of 30 minutes posting that you're going live, when you could have spent those 30 minutes being part of a community where the community gets excited you're going live, having better results in one community than you would trying to put your stream in 50 communities that have no idea who you are because you never spoke with them. You know? Okay, I can't touch this door, but it's a very nice door handle. So stuff like that are things that would be highlighted in the common mistakes, but in a way that starts to show like it's easy to make these mistakes. You shouldn't feel bad about making them, but consider what actually comes out of it and why it's time you could invest better. If you want to do those things, keep at it, but maybe the reason you're watching this podcast is because those particular tactics haven't worked yet for you, or ever. Ready to open if I remember. I pressed E, but it didn't do it. I always press E, and then I press F, and then I left click, and I right click. If none of those works, yeah. So it didn't seem to work. It took a while to figure it out. Wait. So maybe I just pushed the wrong side of the door? And I still want to make sure I go check this out. Maybe some doors can't be open though. Hello, Andy. Assuming it was a thing. Went to our neighbors and watched each other playing games. Perhaps the method to success is swapping out that neighbor with a chat. Exactly. No, but like, there are so many things that you can try out that some people get so hung up on things that don't work because someone told them they should do it. And my favorite example is a myth that was established in an old game. It was a multiplayer game that was text-based, and when you got the best weapon in the world, someone said you had to read its runes every 2 minutes or it would disappear. Now if you went idle, like you were inactive, it would drop the sword automatically, but you didn't need to read the runes every 2 minutes. You need to be active. But that rune, when you read it, told everyone around you that you read the runes. So the person can like spread the rumor, wanted people to be spammed, and everybody believed it. So for years, people kept doing it even though it was needless. It was so easy to test too, and not to read the runes, but people still did it. And that's one of my favorite examples of like doing things that you don't have to do because someone told you to, and then it doesn't even work. But you just trust in the process, so to say. There's one next to my flamingo. There is, actually, you're right. And there's one that's a slight bit down below the upper right one. There's 3 fingerprints. What if we get more and more over time? Why did the egg have a day off? Because it was Friday. Golmal. Ugh. Yeah, that's a podcast I've promised to do to help people minimize the time sink mistakes and more easily spend their time more productively. So it won't really highlight what you can do instead, because that's up to you. There are so many choices. You might even become a trendsetter if you follow your own ideas. Just because no one's doing it, sometimes it means that there's a reason, but sometimes it's because no one thought of it. So encouraging innovation would be more important to me instead. Never trust atoms, they make up everything. Ha ha! Good morning, Thoughtwalker. Do like Glowy Thorlar shared it in the Discord? Oh, let me check that out. I'm gonna check the fan art out. Give me a moment. But I wanna do like reaction and review content on YouTube also. As a VOD, so people can always look like, how did Thorlar feel about this and that? Oh my god, this is so adorable. No way. Oh my god. That is absolutely stellar. Look at this. It's bioluminescent me. Oh my god. Yo. I love this. We were talking about this, I believe, yesterday. You worked so fast on this. Untitled Artwork 15. That's me, guys. I'm Untitled Artwork. Thank you. Thank you, dude. Seriously? We need to do something about all the fan art you guys produce, because it's been literally 2.5 years of Artlar, I think, now. And there's over 1,000 pieces of fan art. There's a ridiculous amount of fan art. Spent all day on it. Holy. Thank you for dedicating so much time. Because you enrich all of us with that art, and you make my day, and you manifest Octolar lore into the Octolore into the world with your art too. So thank you, all of you, for enriching us with such things. And not just that, but we have even once upon a time had a song made by a person who wrote lyrics. There have been poems, insane stuff. Thorlar keychains. Still have you fan art on the wall of you writing shrimp from Lethal Company. Haha, dude, seriously. Do I have a flashlight? I do not have a flashlight, actually. At least I tried F and T, and those tend to be the flashlight buttons. Huge. So, Makeship has actually offered to make, is it called amalgamed pins of Octolar? But I asked you guys once, and you were kind of mild in interest with it, because we would have to sell like 200 for them to actually produce them, just like with the plushies. H's lights and rust. Didn't seem to work in this game. Thank you for the tip, though. Hey, game till morning. I am doing great. It's a bit warm, but I'm doing great. Dude, we appreciate you too, Southwalker. Would they make a mod about Lethal Company and Repo where all the fan arts are there? I'm not really... Like, I am a programmer. The problem is you need a little bit of time. And while I understand programming, I don't know exactly how to do something unless I put myself into it. That is time I take away from other stuff. Where I'd rather, what I would love. Oh, we're back here. Nice, nice. Now we can actually continue to where we saw that tentacle, or like claw, or spider leg over there. So what I would prefer is to get to know, and I might have someone in my DMs. I need to message them later. I want to have a programmer in-house in our community that I can pay to create things, including simple game concepts. So we can create some stuff that would be really fun or useful to have. So like someone to commission for different projects. The screen is a little bit blurry for sure, right? Also, by the way, are you guys experiencing any stutter or whatnot? Because I lowered my bitrate from 8,000 to 6,000 for a while. The reason was because, and what that means is like I lowered it from like HD to less HD, like as a like simpler term. But I upped it yesterday. So if you are having unusual freezing, rather like the stream freezes for a brief second or split second, let me know because then I'll lower it again. But it seems like it's working out. Nobody has said anything today or yesterday when I upped it. Nothing there. We can check the controls. Do they have a control? Sprint, crouch, prone. Zoom in. Zoom out. F to interact with... Oh! Space. Oh my god, I have a flashlight! On space! The final flashlight button. In this game, just like Backrooms, it is exactly Backrooms, yes. Hello, Euthian. So the only difference with this Backrooms is that it hasn't had a stereotypical color on the wall. It's just yellow. Like usually they have a little bit of a tapestry, but this is just completely yellow. So that's a slight difference. But that's a beautiful thing about Backrooms games. You have a lot of freedom in how you approach it. You just need to have a general, like, vague red line to make it a Backrooms game, but you have a lot of freedom with how to approach it. But someone's being right, yeah, like there are different areas of the Backrooms. Like it started only with this type of room, or environment rather, but it has evolved to include more facilities. Like one favorite that people have is like the bathhouse type of area. I would look for one from viewers. Yeah, like preferably I would like someone that is a viewer, because if they're a viewer, then they already know like what we do, they know our community, and they're more in tune with the memes. I wouldn't have to teach someone like, okay, these are memes. Oh, hello? What is going on here? Oh, it was probably blurry because I accidentally zoomed in a little bit. It made it a little bit blurry. It didn't need to be blurry. What the hell? So, like, there are some programs I could ask about being created. There are a few games I wouldn't mind commissioning. Like, there's a simple enough game concept. I just don't have the time to make it. It's like, it starts as a clicker game. It's also possible for us to involve artists, so you just need to know the programming. The art can come from the community. And what the hell was that? Oh, hello? It's a goddamn fire alarm that's running out of battery. Look at that. You asshole. Well, I wouldn't really particularly open applications yet, but maybe that would be a smart idea. Like, just someone who knows programming and can show that you know it. I'd be happy to be like, yeah, we're only making a game after we finish that when we start the clicker game. Yes, Sarah. Nice, nice, nice. And also, Sarah has already actually started a project. And I also know that Stars of Fire started a project. So, Sarah has also made a game, and I would love to commission you for that, Sarah. Like, the other game, I will also want to pay the people who made it, because you made it, so I want to, like, sponsor your development when you've had it made. The reason I want to pay after it's been made is, for the first one, is so you don't feel this, like, the pressure of making it without knowing how long it takes. When you have your first baseline of the project, it's easier to feel comfortable accepting payment and how much it should be, because maybe I'm paying too little for it because it turned out to take more time than expected. Nice. The new complex game is dropped. Yes, Yuri, it came out 3 days ago. Yeah, there is a button to open doors. It's F. So I don't think this one is openable. Never mind. Wow! You know what? I can't even close the door. I'm gonna sit here and look in the corner, and I'm gonna be angry about this. I hate this. Freaking closet, man. Stupid closet. I'm gonna turn off the lights. I'm gonna sit here in the dark. I'm gonna think about how terrible this room was. This terrible, terrible, terrible room. The terribleness of the terrible freaking closet. Terrible. Hey, you can press F to open doors, by the way. Andy, did I say thank you for gifting a sub to the talented South Walker, by the way? Thank you. If any of you listening and watching right now, if you do have any example of past work that reflects what you're capable of, always feel free to reach out, because I'm happy to commission things. Like, I've been thinking for over a year of making a like a publisher type of thing where people can make games based on lore from our community. We have some really cool concepts that can be turned into games, and then like multiple developers can benefit from that. So you have a customer base in our community. Wait, you don't want to open the door? Huh. And then after that, you may have built up a little bit of a fan club that will then keep up with your other releases. So it can be a great way to build up a little bit of presence in the gaming scene, which can be one of the hardest things you'll do. Okay, so we went in a door there. Is there another door here? There is. Yeah, it could be fine. Yeah, definitely. So, but like I said, I'd rather start with looking inside the community. I got a bunch of text messages again. I have 25 text messages from my little sister. 25? She has so many pictures. Wow. But yeah, So, like, someone could join the community starting today, get to know the community, and then want to work with creating stuff based on our memes and stuff. And it doesn't have to be a game either, in all cases. Sometimes it's like a thing, like a little fun app that could do something too. Something that might enhance things I can do on stream, etc, etc. That's why it's great to have an in-house programmer or team of programmers where we can create projects that goes beyond the average thing we do. And like I said, Sarah is working together with, how many? 2 people to create a game, and I'm so freaking excited to see more. Thanks for answering. Of course it can be fine. I need to get better at structuring up where information can be found. Because, for example, Octawait has been a thing all year, but a lot of people discovered it this month because of the big giveaway we're doing right now. So clearly, I need to get better at spreading information. No one stays. There you go, yeah. Seriously, I'm so excited about that. Friendly Sarah, by the way, is the first person to create a fully fleshed out indie game based on Thorlar. So a prototype was created by Star Sapphire. That was the first ever Thorlar game creation. And Sarah created a fully fleshed out one for my birthday, where you had like step-by-step puzzles, 3D environment, a house. It was freaking insane. And a shadow that was very suggestive. And also Engeby, it's not so much if, it's about when. I just need to have the groundworks for it. And also the understanding that at first I wouldn't be investing in other people's products. I would love to, but we won't have the big reach of some publishers. You need to have familiarity. People will see the publisher name and then find the game that way. Initially, we won't have that, so it would have to be funding our own projects. And that's why I would need to have projects first before the publisher aspect. If that makes sense. Employees only. Well, I am not an employee. Shit. Hello? This is why I love, like, Backrooms games. It's curious, it's exciting, things to look at, but you also have so much time to just talk about things. It really encourages conversation a lot. While also not needing conversation. I kind of like Backrooms with the big head snake lady one. Yeah, but with less, like, snake with a big head, so far at least. But we did see a spider leg. Did I check if there was any door in here to touch? No, I think we already did. Let's go back. Almost looks real. It's scary how they can make a game look real like this. Yup. Honestly, as long as you take away humans and creatures, animals type of stuff, usually you can make things look fairly realistic that way. And the reason is because if you want to have really realistic humans, that takes a lot of effort in animation. That's just that, okay. So when you don't have that and you just have environments with far off things that are very obscure and hard to... Now there has to potentially be something else in here, right? Because we can't just go back. Is there nothing else here? Was it just this area? There was no doors here. We can't open these with pressing F. But yeah, what we're doing, we're exploring to find a way forward. That's the whole Backrooms concept. You keep walking until you find new areas, and eventually you find your way out of the Backrooms. So this one is not possible to open unless maybe you can crawl underneath it. No. Okay, let's go back even further. C-Mage, no threat, by the way. All you have to do is have 2 hours of watch time and you'll have the points. Exclamation with points to check them out. So you'll be able to get them. And you don't need to actively watch. If you're playing games at the same time, you still earn those points as long as the stream is running. That's a clarification what it means by watch time. Kitten support charity. Your kitten does. You had to be Rubber Man to fit through a hole that small. Hey, I'm an octopus. I can literally fit through holes that small. So maybe we should just leave the mall area, because quite frankly, I didn't see any other exits. That was just a depressing closet. It does say exit over here, but the problem is I can't touch this door. What? Oh, okay, so the door is locked. He just tried and couldn't go through that. That was what actually happened. Okay, cool. Okay, I guess we leave this area and try to find other doors. That fire alarm running out of battery is so realistic sounding. It makes me want to check behind me because I have a fire alarm right behind me. Bubble Girl, hi, good evening. Can we go in there? There's a really tall chair. Oh. Oh
my god. Jesus.
Are you okay? You have very clean feet. Holy shit. Ah! This is not that type of stream. This is not a foot fetish stream, okay? This is not a foot fetish stream. I'm just looking at someone dead and they have feet and they're very clean. Lord Railman, thank you for the raid. Welcome in. How was your stream? Do we have a mod around that can do a shout out? Look at all these shoes. Oh my god. 2 of them. How was your stream? Hope you had a really good time. We just found this here. Footy Kids, very good to see you. Star Citizen, let's go. What were you up to? Did people have feet? Apparently so. So it seemed like they lost the skin on their head. And it's just a skull with tree branches growing out of them. That's insane. Anyway. New cargo event. What? Oh, holding cargo around. That sounds fun. By the way, we have to do this, by the way. Okay. Okay, no redeems at the moment. No stickers. Give me a moment. Never mind.
This is your emergency news at 9:41. Thorlar enjoys a good eyeball licking, and now we learn that he enjoys dirty feet. It is advised that you keep your tootsie wootsies in your shoesy woosies to avoid further lickage. More at 10.
Sushi woosies. Freaking asshole. That newsfish guy is my freaking mortal enemy. He's my nemesis, man. Anyway. Hi. Do you ever find yourself walking around in the backrooms because, oopsie daisy, you found your way into a place you shouldn't have been? Now, if you would have had ExpressVPN, you would not have found it. Okay, I'm gonna disable trigger fire. Sorry. When I said don't trigger anything, that's what I meant. My apologies for not being more clear. Let's go back. So ExpressVPN is sponsoring us, so I'm gonna do funny stuff with it, and we do need to have a little bit less chaos and a little bit more clean for just 1 minute when we do it. Let's try again. Hi. Do you ever find yourself in the backrooms? Like, oopsie daisy, I just happened to glitch through the floor, I found a door, and now I have woken up in an area that has endless hallways. If you had ExpressVPN in your life, this would never have happened to you, because you would find yourself protected from hackers, data brokers, and the backrooms. If you happen to also watch Netflix, you have the power with ExpressVPN while you're in the backrooms to watch Netflix in other regions. So not only in your region and in other countries, but also in the backrooms. Really great. If you do use our link, you can find in the banner under the stream, or typing ExpressVPN, !ExpressVPN in the chat, you get 4 months free on top of your purchase if you get ExpressVPN today. Stay safe, stay out of the backrooms. Now you guys can mess around more. Do we have a mod around that can clip that? Sukazilla, maybe? You don't need the entire thing, you just need where it starts and as much as you can catch. And if you can't catch anything, that's okay. They just need to see that we did it. I hope you guys like those moments because I have a lot of fun doing them. It's just fun to mess around. If anyone else that isn't, go for it. There you go, thank you. I mean, if anyone else is clipping and Sukazilla isn't, if you say meant go for it, as in I just did it and you missed it, Sukazilla, I already did it, you would have to clip it. But if Horror Gaming is clipping it, he could send it to me instead. There we go. Hey, friends, Patch, by the way, how are you doing today? So, Horror Gaming, if you could send that directly to me, that would be appreciated. Okay, thank you, thank you. Seriously, absolute legend. And sorry for not being more clear, Mark, that you weren't meant to use that particular thing at that moment. My apologies, that wasn't me. Also, thank you for the follow you, Scott. You too are lost in the backrooms. How many followers can we pick up in the backrooms? Follow me on this journey as we save people in the backrooms. If you do not follow the stream today, right now, you will forever be lost in the backrooms. This is your one and only chance to find your way out. Hello, Satsuki girl, by the way. We spin the wheel already. No, we didn't. Thank you for reminding me. Let's get to the new area, so let's actually do that real quick. Spin wheel. Ba-di-ba-da-bum. Here we go. What is the first spin of the day? Ah! Dance party! So what this means, and why this Wheel of Doom, aka Charity, that's its full name. Thank you for spinning the wheel again. Dance Party helps Charity because every message you send at any time during any stream helps Charity, including now, meaning that this dance party is for Charity. Let's go. I'm gonna spin again to see what the next thing will be. Boom, boom. Oh. And someone gets a gift sub, and that's a whole $1 to Charity, even when I gift a sub. So let's do that. While we guys are dancing. Let's see if we can pick someone that hasn't. Oh, you can use any emote, by the way, for the dancing. See if I can find someone that hasn't been a sub before. Why has almost every single one of you been a sub at some point? God damn it! Fine, I'm giving it to you. Actually, maybe this person? God damn it! Ah, I found one! Ha ha ha! Thankfully, no one else is gifting subs, so I don't get sniped. That would make me sad and cry. There you go, Curse Chaos, and you're being a sub for the first time. This does not have to be a thing you ever do, but I hope you'll enjoy ad-free viewing for a month, plus that it helps Charity. Great dance party, guys! Let's go. Hi, Bruiser. That's a lot of shares. Itty. Hey, you ended the music early with the egg? Everybody glare at the eggers. They destroyed the dance party. What does this say? Offices rooms available. Seek staff for assistance with room maintenance. Patient room? Does it have a lot of patients? Get it? I'm so funny. How could you Octaggers? I know, right? They're the enemy. I think we can possibly turn off the lights. Make it look a little bit better. Think of it. Well, thank you for being here so you could receive it. Hey, open doors? Is this bad? Hi, Yixi and Mumahaha. Not a patient room. Hello. Lost all my patients. You love the awoo mode so much. Thank you. The reason it plays a noise when you do one singular awoo is because then you can awoo together with me when I go like awoo. And the awoo noise was made by myself, so it's not something we found online. I was once having a tiny voice, and then I got scared in the game, and that's the noise that came out. With really yummy protein pancakes. Oh. Nice. Nope, nothing. Yeah, I'm gonna turn on my lights again.
What's up with the nipples?
Oi! Thank you for the 169 biddies. What does this look like, the Backrooms? Because it is? It's like looking at a dog asking like, why is this a dog? Like, because it is. I'm sorry. I didn't know you had problems with dogs. We're in the IKEA of Backrooms. Yeah, pick your own flavor of Backrooms. We got it all. Can I pet that dog? We definitely went in here. The question is if we just want to walk forward in here. Because we were on the other side here. And then I went back. Imaging outpatients. Reception way out! Guys. This Backrooms. Way storage area. These Backrooms actually have a way out. Is it here? It isn't. Is it in Sim chat bite for anyone else? It's stuck for you? Maybe. Which one has free Wi-Fi? The Wi-Fi rooms. Didn't you say... Wait, a way out is not pointing that way? You bastard. It was loading. It does that sometimes. Hey, IKEA, good to see you.
Hello.
So, you're pointing that way, and now we're pointing that way with a way out. Does that mean I just want to go that way then? Aha! Okay, so some doors are wonky with opening. You just need to try enough times. Is there one that has free foods? No. But it does have free death. Probably a lie, there is no exit, but I want there to be. Oh, good luck with the guitar practice, IKEA. Can I actually get up here? No. Okay, so this part seems like it's all wrapping together then. So we would want to head back a little bit. Wait, I didn't look down the corridor behind this, beside this thing. Wait, there was another corridor there? You mean over here? How does the giveaway work after raising the ticket? When you have entered, you got yourself a ticket, then we'll pull the winner at the end of the stream. This gives everybody a chance to join for the entire stream. Now, I don't see anything else here. What hallway are we looking at? I don't see anything. I see walls. Oh, sorry. Ah, don't worry about it. You might have seen something I missed. But I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't blind, because sometimes I still don't see the obvious. Anyway, so once you're entered, you're in for the entire stream. Then the next stream you can pick up a new one. You need 2 hours of watch time to afford a ticket. In case people don't know like where the points come from, it's not channel points, it's bot points, exclamation point points. When we pull the winner, if they have the stream on, you're in the viewer list, then you have 100% chance won. Now, the reason you may not have 100% chance if you don't have the stream on is because when we pull the name, and if the name isn't entirely familiar, it might be someone, of course, that lurks a lot, and they will still have a chance of winning. But there are also people who will do bare minimum, not care about the community, they join the giveaway, and then they just leave the stream. They're only here for the giveaways. Those we don't want to give the giveaway to. So as a requirement, you have to have typed something. In that case, we don't have the stream on. That is anything that wasn't a giveaway entry, like hi or an emote at any time the past 4 months. That shows that you have gone beyond just entering giveaways. You have participated in the community. That way we can know you're a lurker and not an opportunist. So having the stream on, you can 100% just not say anything else, because then we know already you are a lurker because of that. Like, you're in the viewer list. So I think we're meant to go back here, maybe? March 2007 Winterlands art contest. Apply at desk. Ah, yeah, it's my favorite art. Good morning, Finnegan. Oh yeah, lurk can come back also works. Like, you don't have to be there at the beginning of the stream and then all the way to the end. So if you joined it now and then you're there at the end of the stream, like, if you have limited data, you could of course set an alarm for where we usually end the streams and come back at that point and have the stream on that. You don't have to sit through an entire stream. You watch when you can. The system is not designed to force you to watch more than you want to, can, and feel happy doing. It's just to make sure that people who are part of the community win and not people who just want to take good stuff and leave. If that makes sense. The people who are part of the community are the ones who make us afford these giveaways, hence why they should be the ones getting it. If that makes sense. So absolutely don't feel like we're trying to force anyone to watch more than they want to. I thought this was set in 1998. 88. Actually, yeah, this is 1988. That makes sense. Glad to hear that. Because the downside of content creation world is that numbers help things happen. Because of the sponsorships I get, I actually want to go the other way. From you guys being a part of the community, that's how we can do the giveaways, which is why those who are there are the ones who make it possible. I would prefer just to see a person and help them because I can, but I also am not rich, so I can only limit it to the ones who are making it possible. Which is a beautiful thing, and it makes sense, but I feel so selfish about that, you know? Like, I don't want people to need to be there for me. Like, I want to be there for them. So, like it's the paradox of wanting to help without people needing to do anything for me, but if nobody did anything for me, I can't help them. It's so freaking annoying to me, because I'd just love to meet someone, give them $100 and say, here, have a better life. You know? That's my preference. I know it's not selfish at all, but it's like, I just like helping without being given anything, but I know that what you're giving is making me able to. Oh, look at this. Another door. Another door. Oh, dude, that's the door from the beginning. Where does this lead then? Thank you, Silver Crypto. Thank you. Those guys should make that a lot easier to follow too. Yes, I finally added the captions. Now we need things to live. It's deeper than it sounds. Honestly, it's true. But it's like I have this anti-content creator mentality where it's like I know what I need to make something happen, but I don't want to have a community where I'm continuously pushing people to make it achievable. I just want it to be naturally achievable, if that makes sense. So it's like there's definitely things I could do to make myself capable of helping people, but knowing it requires extra steps from you guys. Like, you may not even realize, but if you took 5 seconds per day to go to our YouTube channel and leave a like on the videos and stuff, the engagement of doing that or watching our shorts, that helps us get a bigger presence on YouTube, which helps me get more revenue to help people, which allows me to give more and reach more people to help. So that is something I could easily sit there and like, please consider spending 5 seconds of your time per day to do that. Most people have 5 seconds, but now then I look at the people who don't have the 5 seconds. People who are depressed, have anxiety, they came home from work, they are bullied by their boss, they hate their coworkers because the coworkers are also terrible people, and ultimately I'm telling them, give me 5 seconds of your time. I want to give them 5 seconds of my time. You know, so that's why I end up not doing those things, because I'm thinking about the ones who would be pressured by it, and I don't want them to suffer, if that makes sense. When we do the thing where we comment YouTube videos and you reply to them, we could make that part of the stream and stuff like that in a fun way, but I don't know how to make it a fun way versus a feeling of like fake engagement where it's done in a way that some people might feel is insincere just for the sake of engagement. And once again we get back to the whole like, I want people to feel natural about it. Am I back to the beginning? I think this is the exact beginning of the Backrooms. It's a cycle like karma, yeah. I found a rover yet? I have not. I'm gonna run a little bit. But the reason I share this is because I wanted to sometimes also feel like you can understand why my approach is what it is. And if I ever say something that sounds wrong, then you know what the mentality behind should be and why you can brush it off as like, oh, that was just poor phrasing. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going because I feel like going to the other areas, the mall definitely didn't have anything extra, but it feels like we're meant to find different types of rooms like that to go deeper. Oh, I heard something. Definitely hear something in the distance. I think it was over there, but what the hell is this? Aw, Southwarker, that's beautiful, thank you. And Kenster, thank you. Oh, I also, give me a moment, I just noticed one of my chats here, it was stuck on a dance party, I couldn't see what you guys were saying in real time. There we go. Okay, so there's the mall, I think. Maybe not. That is such an efficient freaking thing, like implying the existence and presence of something. I bet this is a dead end. Oh no. Wait. Okay, that looks creepy and ominous. On a silver hair on you? Oh, that means Sean Connery has blessed you. Okay, we're getting somewhere new. I just love how it felt like I was back to the beginning, and suddenly you just find yet another area. This game is really freaking good like this. Like, we keep finding new areas very easily. What a nice, boring little room. Use the hammer. The reason I keep that emote around, by the way, is because you guys have used it 997,000 times throughout the years. It's not very used nowadays, but it has almost reached 1 million usage. And I just feel like that's worth keeping around for that particular reason. Hello? Anyone in here? Peekaboo. Hey, look, an unnecessary meeting room. Boo. Hi.
The fuck are you?
Has anyone read the comics? My dad is Dracula, but also... This reminds me of that. My dad is Dracula, but also a big creepy mannequin in a Backrooms game. Yes, no nose. What's his kidney on this game? Another liminal like. This is a Backrooms. It has a really cinematic approach to it. It's really good. Like, they set such a good starting point in atmosphere. It's actually amazing. If he moves, I'll poo. I love that. Oh wow, I glide so hard on the floor. Let's go. Swoosh. Swoosh. Uh-huh. Okay, let's go this way. Good afternoon, you're a devil. We're all good today. Bit warm, but otherwise good. Getting into cinematics is really necessary for these Backrooms games. Yup. Like, you can do a lot of different Backrooms games. My favorite, when you think about it as a game versus a concept. Yeah, I think we go back because there was another path. To the right over here, I think, instead of going left. Yeah. Number one, realistic camera visuals like this helps a lot. With the way engines are nowadays, that is highly possible to do. Number two, imply the presence of an entity. Don't just make the person go around or read notes. Show something, make noises in the distance, imply a presence. That's number two. Thirdly, make sure it's easy to progress. In other words, don't make it super complex, difficult to orient yourself through the maze type of thing. Either keep it smaller, or if you make it big, consider blocking off paths the player has already gone 2 times without locking them in. Oh, elevator. Let's go. By doing this, you ensure that the player doesn't get frustrated with walking around in a circle, never seeing the rest of the game.
Come on.
If that makes sense. So I'd say those 3 elements make it easier to really guarantee a smooth, satisfying experience. Hey, look at this. Caution wet floor, you reckon? Essentially, having an entity is also not the same as implying one. Exactly. So you can have entities. I think that's okay. And if you do it really well, having an entity, like if you look at one of the best Backrooms games, according to people, and I agree, the Classrooms, then they have entities that are highly present and highly lethal. But you don't have to have that. And you can stick to just implying. Shadows moving in the distance, noises, and like build up the implied presence. If you're unable to get assets or you have a hard time making a good looking monster or whatever, implying is sometimes just as powerful. VIP only. Oh, can I get up here? Hell yeah. Honestly, if they made a water park after the Backrooms, would you guys go to something like that? You have an area like this, and it's just walking around in empty environments like this, and you're just meant to walk like it, like you walk a attraction at a amusement park. Would you do it? It's like a horror house, but like a pool. I mean, there's a good example. You're lost in the woods and there's an entity that starts you, and to get rid of it, you need the pages all around to escape. I still need to play Slenderman. I never did. You have a fear of empty spaces? I actually have a phobia against completely white rooms. So this is a little bit in the creepy direction for me. However, elements like this, the occasional share, water balls, the fact that the lighting makes it look less white, and the water being blue helps break the whole thing. But like, I don't like rooms that are completely white, and if there's furniture in there, it's just white. If it looks too sterile, I get really uncomfortable. What's this? Is this the mask laying down? Whales! Well, 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 what have we here? I got told yesterday that apparently a human can easily strangle a blue whale because their breathing apparatus is like apparently sensitive. So you could just go up and strangle a blue whale. I still doubt that, but I love being told that. Whales live in the sea. Ooh, ooh, in the ocean even. Guys, it's all tying together. Whales live in the ocean. And we are the in the ocean. Ho, 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 ho. I guess I'm proud that was good. That was good. Can we get a shout out, by the way? Not a great game. I used to work in a water park after hours, actually, in the mountains outside. That sounds exciting. What kind of a laptop guy tries to strangle a whale? I've seen humans do worse. Like, I want to have like this made-up content creator that's just like a terrible content creator that just does drama and shit. The problem is if you do that, people might just like conclude that they think I'm talking about this or that. But like, it would be a funny joke. Like, the problem when you can't make them up because there's already too many that are like it. There's Criomblo allegations? Criomblo? What? Florida man story? Oh, you mean strangling a blue whale? Yeah, that actually does sound like a Florida man thing to do. Totem Blank, I am actually a space octopus, older than the universe, so no lab was involved in making me talk. My talking is a curse that you have to hear by meeting me. So it's not a gift by scientists, it's a curse from me to you. You're welcome. Oh no, I'm getting sick. I coughed. Underwater games stress you out. It makes you feel even more asthmatic. You know what the worst audio in gaming in causing anxiety is? It's this. here. Where is it? Come on. Maybe this one? Why can't I find it easily? Hello? Give me the thing I'm looking for. There we go. This is the most anxiety-inducing noise in video game history. G-Wolf literally called it! If you know, you know. I love how many actually knew exactly what was coming. That noise filled me with so much anxiety and dread when I was young, playing like Sonic, and I was like, oh no, oh no, oh no. I hated the water levels because of that. You worked hard to forget it, you're welcome. It's amazing how some stuff are just so powerful because they're attached to an experience. That's why it sucks sometimes when you watch this really badass scene in a TV show or a game or anything, and the music was just absolutely amazing, but listening to the music without the scene, it's just not as epic, and it's like it loses a bit of its power. Sometimes the visual representation or the scene it is attached to needs to be there. One example for me with that is, I'm not gonna spoil things, I'm just gonna say a scene with a really banger melody in Solo Leveling, and the melody someone will recognize goes do 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 do. That one is way more epic with the attached scene. My terrible nightmares a toddler, and I can hear my grandma's ticking clock during the nightmares, and now I'm legitimately panicked by ticking clocks. Yikes. Kind of hate solo leveling. People can't like everything. That you hate it is kind of weird, as hate burns you out, but you could just not care about it. And to try and earn a drop for 7 days to die, and a single person in the category isn't even react and follow to play music on this stream. You're sitting there suddenly his drops aren't even enabled. There is unfortunately the case of some people trying to farm drops. Some actively play the game and others don't. So unfortunately that might be someone that's just trying to scam people with the implied drops, sadly. I play games occasionally that has drops, but that's because I'm interested in the game itself. But like Enshrouded and Asmo had drops, stuff like that. But it's more of a coincidence or a nice bonus versus something that makes you play it. But I know at least, I would say 5 people. They're not bad people, but you will only see them play either A, a main game, or B, a game with drops. It's their preferred content. People should do what they want to do. I need to look up a picture of your actual face. Want to try drawing a little more realistically, a bit cartoonish? Okay. Vancouver, that is super okay. If the hate makes you happy, then definitely hate it. Otherwise, you could always just not care about it. It didn't do what you wanted to do. There's other stories that do. Always make sure your choices doesn't add needless pain, like hate, which is a very powerful negative feeling that burns you out. This is why I always say that. Like, you have chosen to hate something, pure hate. You don't just dislike it. Don't just don't care for it. You hate it. You spend time thinking about how bad it is. You know? Hey, this is wrong. Exactly. That's what I mean. Backyard is good to see you. How are you doing? I hate that you weren't here sooner, because I wanted to tell you I love you. Seriously though, welcome Raiders to the Indie Ocean, where I, Thorlar the Octopus, am in the ocean looking for games in the Indie Ocean to find the best ones. I hope you can hold your breath, because we're going deep. And the currents are weird. Welcome in, welcome in. Hope you had a really good time. What are we playing? Warframe, dude. I actually, many years ago, met Backrooms. He was playing a lot of Warframe already back then, and it was so satisfying to watch. Wait, can I go in here before we go in the elevator? Okay, we're going into darkness first, for the Raiders' sake. For the Raiders! If you guys want to learn Warframe, and also Elder Scrolls Online, no, wait, we can't go in there? Oh, no. Well, for the Raiders, I'm not going in there. So I do hope you had a really good time with Warframe, and for those of you that watched, I hope you had a really good time with my friend Backrooms. And for those of you that haven't met him before, now is your chance. Feel free to say hi to him. Maybe leave him a follow. We're playing a game that is a Backrooms game. Now, Backrooms means you're in an area that isn't really connected to the normal world, but also it's still attached to it. It's kind of like you're in the back rooms, if that makes sense, where the name comes from. You have different environments. It usually starts with a yellow, like wall type of area, but there are a lot of different environments that goes into the concept. So this game came out 3 days ago, and as you can see, the visuals look incredibly realistic. It's almost like playing a movie, having full control. And also horror gaming, I just haven't had a chance to sit down with it. Like there's just too many games that keep coming out, but it is on my list of games I want to play more. Like, games need to stop releasing, and especially games that take a long time to beat. Old shares. But because Warframe is a lot of fun. It's one of those things I see it constantly in my list of installed games, and I'm like, I should play that. Not this again! Raiders, leave the stream right now. Unless you want trauma from this goddamn fire alarm that is running out of battery. I'm gonna hydrate while we look at this. Been playing Rotator lately? Indie for the win! Blue bumper. Nice. Turn on the flashlight again. Also, if anyone new with the raid or otherwise is wondering about the giveaway, you may notice in the title and on the screen. As a community, we passed over $200,000 raised through cancer research and other charities. We did that at the end of last month, and I wanted to make sure to give something back for the people that made it possible. So everybody has a chance to enter that, as long as you're a follower. Even if you're new to the stream, you will need 2 hours of watch time before you can grab a ticket, but everybody's welcome. No parking, 9 AM to 11 AM. Tuesday, street cleaning. Move off the block or 1/10 mile? Before the time limit expires. 1/10 mile. Oh, that's its cursed music. It is quite specific. Come on, music, come back.
Finally, news at some point in the deep of the Backrooms. Fire alarms don't work properly, and we have lost all hope of finding eyeballs or feet again. I do not know why the editor told me to come here. I am lost. Guess I will sit in the parking spot.
Don't forget to move 1/10 miles before time expires, though. Don't forget about that, or they'll forcibly remove you, Mr. Fishman. Creepy music, man. So your dad has bad hearing, cannot hear high-pitched beeps. So he keeps telling me it doesn't need to replace his smoke alarm when I sit and suffer. Oh no. Please be patient. Doctor is treating another patient like you. Wait for your turn. You will also be provided with the same careful attention at the earliest. Thank you for waiting. Now, a dentist? Are they classified as doctors? Or not? Like, I actually haven't thought about that. They are classified as doctors? Okay, cool. Because they don't have presence, at least in Sweden, in a hospital. They have their own facilities. Dental hygienist? No. Okay. Your dentist isn't the doctor, so you get a new dentist. Makes sense. Some oral surgeons too. Yeah, I was thinking about like just people who fix your teeth and stuff. Not like the surgeon type. What the hell is this? Please be aware of hotel rules. Do you employ children? You're staying with children. Like, is that a kid cleaning? For more information, contact any member of our staff and we'll gladly help. Any member, even the janitor. Oh, that's totally fair, Koofy Crew. Totally fair. Why is that child armed? Most babies are born with arms, Silver Cryptid, in case you weren't aware. Got him! Done. Guys. Done, done, done. Nomadic. I found a machine that makes that noise. Can I open every single door in this hallway, please?
It's locked.
Locked. Shit. Wait, there's a real American company called Bun? Oh. Bun, bun, bun. For bunnies. Oh, South Park here. I'm sorry to hear that. Make coffee makers and air pots? Oh. Okay, that one was locked. What about this door? Hello? There's a lamp. Cursed? My favorite radio station. So I was actually watching this streamer, a friend of mine. Well, I don't know if I can classify them as a friend, but a wonderful person that I have had the pleasure of meeting multiple times at conventions. So they were literally was like, "This is my favorite song," and then they put on this song. Do 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 do. And the version they like is very slow and melodic. And apparently, sometimes they'll just play that at random moments. And they live together with other people. So sometimes, middle of the night, you might just hear in the hallway an eerie doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo, in the darkness. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. And it's like, do you realize how creepy you are? Like, that's like, if I lived with someone that does that, it's like you're a goddamn horror character. Like, it's in a place where that melody doesn't belong. It made me laugh so hard. And then she was actually hanging out with a friend on her stream later, and she told her like, "Yeah, this is my favorite song," and she's like, "Do you realize how creepy that is?" And she was like, "Fine, fine, I'm switching it away." That's so good. Oh shit.
Hey. Hey.
Oh.
Does anyone copy? I need help.
You will die.
Hello.
Hello. Please help.
Please.
Ah.
No.
You know what the interesting thing about this game is? It takes place in 1988. There are so many movies this guy has never seen because they weren't made yet. And content creation is not really a thing either. When was the first... I feel like the beginning of content creation, it comes with like the Smoosh brothers, what they were called. You know, the ones who like did a really weird video to Mortal Kombat in their bedroom. I feel like that's what really kicked off content creation as a concept. Smoosh, there you go, yeah, Smoosh. Hello? Oh, that's freaky. Well, I'm gonna leave that. Imagine someone is like sitting here, like, you know what? I'm gonna put a chair here so I can sit here and be like, oh yeah, this is relaxing. But it is a Backrooms type of horror game. It just doesn't mention Backrooms in the title. Same as the Classrooms, it also doesn't really mention that in the but darkness in the title. Wow, nice room. Also, I feel very tiny. Am I standing up? I am standing up. I'm not standing up anymore. Now I'm standing up again. Hi, Slithy Shake. I didn't misread your name today. Today I read it correctly. Mark slowly, don't fall. Okay, we can go down here. What about over here? Painting. Nice. There's a human in it. What about over here? Ah, this one really speaks to me. Ah, this one is really good. You know what? Technically, we could just do this. Whoop. And this. There we go. Look at me. I'm a piece of art. Hey, look at me, Twitch chat. I turned myself into a painting. I'm painting Thorlar. Beautiful, thank you, thank you. I'm actually on sale, so whoever is the highest bidder will start at 1 biddy. Like, no, don't ruin the painting, Christopher. No, don't lick the painting. Stop. You're lowering the value. It was already only 1 bit. Highest bidder. Will this piece of art be sold? 1 biddy. Do we have 1 biddy? Who wants? Actually, technically, you spend 200 biddies. Christopher actually goes out strong with 200 biddies. But does that count because it licked me? Leanne has 100 biddies. We have 100 biddies. Do we have more biddies? Do we have 101? Do we have 200 biddies? Going once. Going twice. And Leanne 28. Congratulations on being a proud owner of this painting. Sold for 100 biddies. Thank you. Thank you. Hope you took a screenshot because that's how you got the painting. Congratulations. Art is so goddamn weird, guys. It's just a piece of cheese. Like, who wants a piece of cheese? Like, how much would you bid for that? Shade, thank you for the gift sub to Matasio. It's another $1 to cancer research, by the way. I swear, if someone actually buys that piece of cheese for more than they bought me, I'm gonna be very, very sad because I'm less worth than a piece of cheese. I think BBQ was aiming for me. I think he was. Thank you for entertaining my art. Another piece of the 10,000 banana that the buyer ate afterwards. So I'm just gonna point out what a lot of people don't realize about the art world and stuff like that. It's actually just illegal money laundering. It's already been exposed many, many times over. Most art that you ask yourself, like, how can this possibly be worth $10,000, $50,000, 200,000, millions of dollars? It's money laundering. It's not worth that. Nobody in the sane mind would pay that for most paintings. In some cases, obviously, it's something that actually does have a certain value like that. There are art pieces worth that much. But most of the stuff you hear where you think, I can't even believe that. It's because it's just a scheme. And it's like the oldest scam in the world. Just make something. I'll quote unquote buy it, and we'll call it art. So that doesn't mean all art is a scam, but like there's so much art that is just weirdly overpriced. That's literally that is the reason. Hear about the paint of a banana? Someone sold in America. We actually talked about it just now. Coup for coup, we literally just share the facts of a situation.
What
The
fuck?
If you want to interpret it wrongly on purpose, you're very welcome to do so, though. Hi. So this guy is back. We're gonna go deeper, though. The fact that it doesn't have a face beyond the eyes is a little bit freaky. Just like painted and drawn art, but you love the installation of the mechanical arm that was designed to function of a single fluid. Its only purpose was to scoop the fluid back into itself, so it would not shut down, but it was diminishing returns and eventually stopped functioning. It's such a sad piece of art. I've heard of that one. Seems friendly. I'd rather not talk with him. Hello, TTM Gabry 12. Hi. Caution, watch your step. Nah, I'm gonna run. Monk. Didn't kill us on the spot. I mean, that is fair. But to be fair, not a single person in my life has killed me on the spot so far, so... you know. Choo-choo! Oh, look at the lighting. Oh, that's nice. Hey, Thorlar, how are you doing? That's kinda loud. Not minding the gap. I live dangerously. I don't mind the gap. When I get on a train, I'm a rebel. I'm a badass, man. Where are we going? Where are we going? Huh? Huh? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Hope you're okay. I'm doing super good. This game has been amazing. Also, did we get a shout out for BBQ? How to be quiet, my friend in chat? I just realized I was so obsessed with the cheese, I forgot to ask for a shout out for him. Michael! Thank you, for the 100 biddies. China Express. Downtown trains. Downtown trains. Is there anything over here? I feel like these backrooms are pretty massive. They even have their own railroad station. Is there a pathway all the way over there, or is it just... Okay, it looks normal, okay. The art is timeless. No, except that. I don't... Game name is The Complex Expedition. If you want to see its spelling, you can type !game for the spelling. Or if you're able to see the full title of the stream, you can see it there too. Hello, Vivani. This game looks spoopy. It's a very high visual realism game. It's so crazy because I don't even think about the fact that it's like a square resolution, which is impressive. It also makes sense because it's 1988 and the camera you have is unable to do more high resolution. Hello, by the way, Ormeron. What's this to say? No smoking? Panhandling promotes drug and alcohol abuse. What does panhandling mean? Give help, not money. To help the homeless, give to your local charity. Yes, there's a certain truth to it. But depends on the organization that's helping, though. Oh, can I go in underneath here? Oh, yeah! Guys, we live here now. I am the monster underneath your stairs. Muhahaha. Muhahaha. When I was asking for money in the streets, typically near intersections. Oh, that's the word for it? Not evil enough? What? How evil do you have to be under someone's stairs? What's the, like, bottom line for that? Like, oh, I'm sorry. You haven't killed enough people to hide under stairs. Wow. Wow. Stair keeping. The designs. Welcome to the stream. I hope you've had a wonderful stream yourself, and we are in the ocean. We're in the ocean. I'm an octopus from space, but I reside in the ocean, and we are playing games that we found in the ocean of games. I hope you can hold your breath, because we go deep, and the currents are weird. Welcome in, welcome in. The Seal One Simple One got a new 3D printer. It has a webcam inbuilt. Ooh, that's exciting. That's really cool. And glad to hear you had a good stream. We're playing a game that's called The Complex Expedition. It's a backroom style game. And for those who are unfamiliar with backrooms, it just means we walk around in environments that are eerie and increasingly unsettling. Not everyone's type of thing, like, that they get scared of, but personally, I love these type of games. They just, like, if they're done well, like this one is, it just has a really eerie atmosphere all the way through. Violet Sage, good afternoon. Is this hair on the ceiling? Don't worry about it, that's normal. Weird currents. What about sultanas? I wish I knew what a sultana is. In case some people like seeing a mechanical armor go round and round, there's literally thousands of people who watch a live stream of a door. And the door is on a dam. And there's a button. And if you click the button, you open the door so fish can have intercourse with each other and make babies. It exists in the Netherlands. So if people like watching a door for the sake of the fish, I'm pretty sure they don't mind watching the arm. That's right. Yep. saw paint drying stream once. There you go. I'm not making shit up. This is a real thing. Hey, look at this. You ever watch streams of robot lawnmowers? They love your printer. I think the main important thing when you put out content is not to measure your content off the amount of views it gets, but that you like making it, and those who saw it, that they liked it. And it's like I sometimes remind people, let's say I ask the community, like, hey guys, do you like this game? And then I might look at there being X amount of viewers. Let's say the streamer, figuratively thinking, has like 100 people watching, and which is an amazing amount, huge stream, in my opinion. So let's say they have 100 people watching. They ask, do you guys like this game we're playing? And they get 3 responses. In their eyes, getting 3% to respond that they like it makes them think, hey, 3% said they liked it. But either they'll A, think that reflects the entire community, which may be true, or B, they don't think it's enough. The most important thing there is that there may be more people liking it, but they're not saying anything, they're not using the buttons, they don't click the like buttons. Some people don't think it has any value, they don't realize what it does when they like it. Like how if you like a YouTube video, it gets recommended to more people. So if you liked it, you might help someone else find and like it too. That's how you get people like Markiplier, PewDiePie, and all those other big content creators, Jacksepticeye. Because people click the like button, because they subscribe and stuff like that. What may seem like a small act can be a huge difference.
Oh, God.
But when they don't know, why should they be expected to do it?
Fuck it.
So those 3% responding is a great amount, but if that's the only thing you base it on, you'll just be making choices that may not end up being your, like, intended path. So, that hurt. Take the input you get, but don't let it stop you from doing the things you want to. Thank you, White Time Wolf. Let's check it out at once while my dude recovers. That hurt. Ouchies. What is a one-eyed lick-ho? I just got a key for one-eyed lick-ho. Enter the shadows of Slavic folklore. That looks interesting. Huh. Okay, interesting. Anyway. I do apologize for laughing. I think you did a great job, but it also looks like there's a few teeth missing. Didn't fall pretty far just now. I did fall pretty far, so I lost a few teeth. It's much, but don't worry about it. And thank you for making this art. Honestly, I could never draw a human because I don't have any pencils. So I'm very impressed. And the ear looks very freaking realistic. What the hell? Beautiful. Get knocked out in the war. This is smashing. Yeah, this is freaking amazing to me. Thorlar. This is art. Thank you. You love the hat? Me too. It's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. What was I gonna do beyond that? There was something I was doing. Well, listen to that. I need to turn on the lamp. There we go. Chaos the Panda.
Another month.
Thank you for the 2 months. Prime sub, another $1 to Cancer Research. Okay, we came through that hole up there. Drawing humans is really hard. It is. Seriously, thank you. Thank you for the fan art. What the hell, man? Hanged out with Treacle earlier. Let's go. Treacle is amazing. Did we get a shout out for Treacle today? I'm not sure we did. Our mods tend to have given shout outs. I'm just good at missing it. Oh, look at that. Wait, is there anything here? No. Oh, shit. What's the Organ Devil? Think of one of the biddies? There it is.
Do you want to play a game? You have two choices.
Huh?
One, you can continue on this path and meet a very horrible, tragic end. Or two, chase me and try and tickle me. Bet you won't take option 2. I do not think you are brave enough. I dare you, come on. Do it.
You just really want to get tickled, don't you? I bet you're not brave enough to tickle me. Yeah, you'd rather go down the dreadful corridors. You're not brave enough for this, though. I'm way more scary. I mean, I'm really scary, yeah. You won't... Stop tickling me! That was great. Thank you, Yorkie Devil. Thank you. So... I actually really like the first movies. I think it's the first 2 and then 3 starts dwindling. I think that, yeah. Number 1 was stellar. Number 2 was pretty strong. Number 3 is where it kind of started like getting washed out with the direction. Then they just kind of lost what like that movie series is meant to be. But then Saw 10, I think it was actually pretty good. Better than a lot of the recent entries. Is that a shopping cart, by the way? Was it shared first? I mean, anything's a share if you're brave enough. I never saw one because it had one of your favorite actors. Ooh, nice. What's our movie series? Make too many movies and it just gets annoying. Honestly, I think cinema. Absolute cinema. Oh my god. Dude, I honestly want like a cinema that actually is called Absolute Cinema now. That would be perfection. Cinema. Haley? Oh, that sounds intriguing. Hello, yes, malicious. How are you doing? Good to see you. What was I talking about? Right. I feel like some series do it well, but I think the problem is usually when there's something that becomes a movie series that could have been a TV show, and they could narrow it down to be shorter because it's an episode versus a full movie. So when you have like Saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, blah, 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 they could have taken episodes where you're wondering like, how will the person survive this, and then you have a new thing for every episode. So sometimes I think the mistake is not that there's too many, but the format makes it drain out because you have to make it long enough to feel like a movie and not a too short movie. Movies nowadays kind of need to be 1.5 to 2 hours long to really measure up to being movies and not episodic stuff. Store closing, everything must go. So Saw is one of those examples where it would probably have worked better as an episode, like a TV show versus a movie series. Hello, Maria and Lone Star Jones. Good to see ya. Lone Star, do you mind if I give you a response based on the thing you sent to me yesterday? Because I think it's something that people could stand to benefit to hear. The particular concept of the topic you brought up. Movies are very much a sequel where we had to make it even bigger than the last one and more complicated. Yeah, many times is. Go ahead. So basically, Lone Star Jones, to summarize a little bit more briefly, sent me a message about how they were hanging out in a content creator stream, and then when they said a thing that was objectively an okay thing to say, they got banned and thrown out and said like painted up as a bad person for what they said. It was just about health. What that stream I would classify it is one of those fake positivity streams, which is way more toxic than just outright toxicness, because they try to hide the toxicness behind something like that. Ripley, thank you so much for the 7 months and another $1 to cancer research. And the reminder I want to give is that some streamers will start out as good people, but some people lose themselves in their quest to gain more attention. They start doing things where they see someone gaining things from drama and they try to mimic that, and they don't think about the people involved in the process. So sometimes when they get to the wrong end of that, they start applying toxic positivity, which is everything's fine, everything's awesome, nobody is hurting in the world, everybody is born with all their limbs and their entire brains, everybody has the perfect life, everybody is happy in this world. Happy, shiny people. So when you bring up anything that's outside of their fantasy dream of the perfect world, you are the enemy, you're the monster, because you're bursting a bubble. And my recommendation when you end up in situations like that, where you get treated horribly for just having a bad day that doesn't fit their narrative, you should leave. And it may feel bad that you may have been good friends with this person before, but sometimes people show their true colors either when something like that happens, or they change, sadly, because of content creation. Like, there have been some content creators through the years that started out as going a little bit more viral because people spread the word about how wholesome and great they were, great advice, and all the beautiful things they were doing. But then, first, welcome to Raiders. Welcome, Panther Farmer and Raiders. Welcome to the Indie Ocean, where I, an octopus from space in the ocean, is diving into the Indie Ocean of games to find the best games. Everything comics and video games. Lower price for better quality. And I hope you can hold your breath, because we go deep and the currents are weird. Welcome, Raiders. Oh, and everything here helps cancer research, so you literally help generate money for charity by joining the raid. Welcome in. So, in any case, there have been content creators that have been very wholesome and nice and everything, but then they got surrounded by yes men, as it's called, which basically means that they say stuff and everybody constantly nods their heads like yes, yes, because they either A, think this person has so many viewers has to be right all the time, or they just want to be on their good side, so they don't want to argue. So they just keep saying yes, and their advice keeps getting less and less good many times, potentially even harmful, because they're in a yes bubble. Nobody's confronting them out of fear of being on their bad side, or just because they think the person is right because of their popularity. It has happened so many times. So in other words, if a person ever changes, it's okay to walk another path. It sucks, it can even hurt when it happens. But the important thing to remember is that just because that changed, it doesn't mean you did anything wrong. And it's better to try and remember the good times you had, rather than try to bring it back to that point. Hey, Angel of Innocent! How was your stream? I hope you had a really good one. Thank you for raiding. Welcome in, welcome in. Can we also get a shout out for Angel of Innocent? And also, what did Fanter play? Let's see here. Oh, do we have a moderator around for doing shout outs for both? I think we missed getting a shout out for Panther Farber. Also, South Park, it's a true dream of mine to write and illustrate a Friday the 13th graphic novel or help develop a script for a new one that doesn't use AI for concept art. That sounds exciting. Mods? Moderators? Help! Help! So let's go to the rescue! And also Panther Farmer, if you don't mind. Zenless0, how was it? Eris CS. Thank you so much for the 31 months and another $1 to cancer research. Let's go. Welcome, Raiders. We're playing a backroom style game called The Complex Expedition. It's really well done, looks very realistic, and I'm having a real good time. Oxygen not included. There you go. Hope you have time, so Godzilla, maybe for one more shout out, and we'll let you go into lurking. My apologies if we're pushing you a bit too far, if you're very tired or drained today. Don't shout out if you feel too drained. Thank you, thank you. Now you can go back and like cry in your corner, so we won't bother you. But seriously, anyone who, even if you're a moderator, if you do feel drained today, it's too warm, you're sick, mental day or whatever, you're just as human as anyone else. You don't have to do moderating if you're too busy. You were shooting things. Ah, there you go. I just want to make sure, because I never want to assume. Thank you. And good luck shooting things. It's had to keep things organized, or it seems things are going a lot easier that way, Panther Farber. Let's go. I do think you rated us the other day and said everybody was dying, right? Witcher 3, your ends was a little glitchy. Oh, you mean it didn't give you the right category when you were playing and it said that? If it doesn't work in the browser you're using, try another browser, by the way. Could always be a test. The heck is this room? Stone pizza? That doesn't sound very delicious. Crimson Flame Dragon? I thought your Flame Dragon part was Flameageddon, like Armageddon in flames, and I thought it was really cool too. Crimson Flameageddon. Serving pizza since 1966. Food and drinks. Welcome in. Someone's gotta keep out the dentist in business. This is true. Takeaway pickup. Tango. Tacos. We actually had a case in Sweden where there was a pizza that actually had someone get a piece of rock in their pizza somehow, and it became big news, like the big burger. And when they bit into it, it burst a tooth in their mouth, and yeah, that pizza place had to shut down eventually because of the bad news that came around it. Tango Tacos Thursdays only. Buy a meal and get 2 extra tacos for free. Included in children's meals. It is horrible, yeah. Your ad here. Make your brand visible to hundreds of people daily. Yeah, all these people around here, huh? You good to go for some tacos? Tacos are so good. Cool kids footwear? I guess it closed down because there were no cool kids. The main thing I wonder is how the hell did that rock, like some people said it was as big as a freaking, like, it was like a 10 centimeter rock, and I'm like, how do you not see a 10 centimeter rock? So it's more of a, like a small pebble that made it on, but that shouldn't even happen. Like, how the hell does that even happen in the first place? Oh, shells jewelry. I thought it said smells jewelry. Pick and pause. Under the sheets, I mean, you would probably see a 10 centimeter rock under the sheets too, I'm just saying. If it was like 3 centimeters, I'm gonna see that, but 10 centimeters, that's pretty huge. And it's not like it's super flat. And how do you end up not seeing that you added a 10 centimeter rock to your pizza as the baker? Is this like a Backrooms game? Yes. Lindell. Me too like to sniff rings. Dalhalla in this day and age? That's probably a sentence you shouldn't say. Yeah, like when the news spread, people exaggerated and said it was like 10 centimeters big, but it was more like a pebble, like I said. The pebble still shouldn't have happened, but like 10 centimeters is just like, no. How the hell do you miss that as the baker and as the person biting into the pizza? And it was actually a pebble. You're saying, like, that's easily missed as the person eating. So, factually, so it wasn't 10 centimeters. And also, Lone Star Jones, one thing that boggles my mind is that one of my IRL friends from 25 years had the audacity to say you aren't entirely innocent in this situation. I'm considering never talking to them again either. Because I've been looking for a reason to ditch this toxicity for a while. I'd like it when they hide behind the much love thing. They bring up something they may not like, they treat you like shit. I'm done with talking to people like that forever. Understandable, and it sucks that it was a friend from 25 years, and I think what people sometimes forget, and this goes both ways for creator and viewer. Sometimes people don't realize how much goes into being a content creator, but also you as a content creator has to realize that people don't see that, and you have to be more communicative in those cases. So it's like many times in that situation you had, they are, like I said, in their own bubble and not able to face any form of like thing that doesn't fit their image or even constructive criticism. And I'm so sorry I had to go through that long story. And that's why I always encourage you guys, if I say something that sounds wrong, just tell me. I'd rather apologize, and you're not doing anything wrong. And usually, thankfully, 99% of the cases, it's just been a misunderstanding of my phrasing or my tone of voice. Thankfully, but always bring it up. You know? The last few days, your streams have been only positive things happening for me. Everything is just so hard, but watching your streams and listening to you always makes me feel better. Well, thank you, Gasolante. I'm sorry to hear you're struggling right now, but thank you for allowing us to be part of making your days easier. Thank you. Quee! Exactly, Dalhala. I love that there's just 2 empty booths. 3 actually. For no reason, they're just empty. I like Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat. Dun 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 dun. What's Mortal Kombat? No toilets for me. Please, sir, can I have another toilet? No doors either. Yeah, it's public peeing, man. But yeah, I love Mortal Kombat. I played a lot of Mortal Kombat growing up. I once won a tournament, not an online tournament. A friend put together a Mortal Kombat tournament with a lot of friends, and I won. And the funny thing is, they were friends that he had met in his, like when he was studying to become a train driver, the same studies I was doing. And he was going to class after me, and they were overlapped. And I just joined because we were good friends, and I won the competition, beat his entire class, and they felt robbed. Hello? What? Why did the lamps turn on? Hello? Oh yeah, I'm a licensed train driver, Septecres. The reason I never worked as a train driver is because once I was finished with my studies, the manufactured financial crisis that happened back then was hitting, and train drivers were in high demand to no demand. So I never ended up working as a train driver, but I have driven trains because you get to do that during your studies. So I am legally licensed and permitted to drive trains. Well, technically not anymore because I haven't actively been driving trains. Then you have to renew. What the hell is going on with that door over there? Yeah. I would have to renew my license. Which I don't really see a reason to do. Thank you for shopping at Toys and Fun. Come back soon. There's not even a desk to buy stuff at. Oh, there's lots of train simulators. From building blocks and toy cars to fluffy bears and dolls. Have a wide variety of high quality toys from us to you. What it may surprise a lot of people is that lots of trains, most trains, are super easy to drive. Like, it's not hard to drive trains. The main thing you need to study is how to deal with certain situations and accidents and other stuff if they pop up. So you need to be prepared for potentially rare circumstances. That's the main part of the studies. But technically, most people could drive trains very efficiently after 1 week of studies, because you already like understand how to drive the train. So technically not that hard, but obviously you don't want to just like put people in after a week, but because there is more to it. Let's actually go down. I think we never went down here, did we? Because I remember coming out of that entrance there. Controls are very complicated, would encourage accidents and dangerous mistakes. Yep. It will make it easier for it to be and mistakes happen. So yeah, train driving is actually pretty fun. The main thing you need to kind of have is that there's going to be a lot of sleepovers at hotels, which some people love sleeping in hotels, and hotel breakfasts and stuff like that. So you're going to have a bunch of that, and you may not be home very often depending on what type of train lines you have. So you could be away for days or a week before you get home again. So you can't really hold a pet or spend a lot of time with your family, so it's not cut out for everyone. But if you like being a little bit more alone in terms of like not having like time with family and stuff, you know, like the solace of it all, it can be the perfect job for you too. Thank you for the follow. Let's go. Another octopel. Let's go. There's a horror game with a train chasing you. Choo Choo Charles, I think it's called, right? Or did you mean another one? That one is terrifying, by the way. Fork Salon, closed because of accidents. Let's go this way. You know what would be scary? You were in the Backrooms, you suddenly got to the real world, ended up in the mall, and you're free, but you don't know time and, well, holy shit, lots of messages. You don't know what time and your work and new people got hold of you and put you back in with stronger scary monsters than you have not seen yet. That would be kind of cool if you actually get out and then you get put back in. And the main thing I'll say, Loonstrayones, is the best thing you can do is leave it behind and not give it more time. You have lots of friends, you have wonderful people around you, and when stuff like that happens, rather than fret on it, I get that it upsets you and makes you angry, and there's nothing wrong with discussing it and talking it, but the sooner you're able to stop giving them the time of day, the better, especially a content creator, because that just benefits them. And they don't deserve that benefit. Okay, so now we're back here, which leads out. As far as I remember, we came up here, so let's go back then. Because I'm pretty sure that will just be backtracking, even though... yeah. Come on. So we came from there. What about if we go this way then? Because the last thing we want to do is accidentally backtrack at this point. Oh, I think the parking was closed before. Yeah, this is dark and scary. Hello. I'm gonna go closer to the wall. Uh-oh. I don't like that noise. Hello? No, it's definitely closed. Super closed. Now I'm on the inside. I hate that. Ah, nice circle. If anyone here played Expedition 33, you know why the cane sound is terrifying. Or what seems to sound like a cane. Okay, this one. Don't even talk about it. I won't. Starman Comics. Wait. But now we're back here again. But there was nothing else in here. Huh? This game is huge. Hey, Jimmy. You're still home? Well, give me a moment, everybody. I'm gonna play ads for a few minutes and do a BRB screen because my wife is leaving and she's gonna be gone until Friday. So I'm gonna give her a few minutes of time when she leaves. And then I'll be right back. So feel free to grab a ticket if you haven't already, and those things, and see you in a few minutes. Oh my god, what the fuck? Woo, I'm back. Sorry, I forgot I muted the microphone. Sorry, thank you for pointing it out. That could have been awkward. No. I love that after all these years of streaming, it's still like possible to make mistakes like that. It's amazing. And that like, I even have people that are new to streaming get so distressed about it. It's like, nah, don't worry about it. It happens. Like, I love these moments because it shows that everybody does it. I got myself a little snack. Chibi says hi and bye, by the way. Okay, so let's see what we can find now. Hi, Shibi. Bye, Shibi. So, I just wonder how this week will be for me, because my wife and I are very rarely apart like this, and especially for this long. And that means that now I have 4 days, today, Tuesday, Wednesday, and all the days until Friday, where I can do whatever the hell I want. So I think I'm gonna be up late, and I have to ask myself, is there any TV show I want to watch that she expressed less interest in? Is there something I want to rewatch that she doesn't want to rewatch? Is there some game I just want to die hard play off stream? Or, like, what do I want to do? I was briefly playing around with the notion and concept of doing a subathon for charity instead of Octofest, which when I would change things so that for every sub, instead of $1 per sub, it will be the entire revenue during that weekend that we go to charity, just because it's easier to do, plan, and set up. And it could make it for a fun thing with incentives and stuff like that. But at the same time, it doesn't feel necessarily like the right way. Are you again? Lurking is amazing. Don't apologize for that. Okay, so now we're just back over here. And I don't think we're meant to necessarily go down. That looks like it has opened recently. I'm gonna ask out of curiosity, have you heard of ThankBuzz? Whatever yoin. Some charity event hosted by Jacksepticeye, made for any creator to be able to participate with their own community. I'm not opposed to doing that, definitely. We just need to know that it fits with what we do too, because we also do our own thing. And one thing we have done is Giftmas, where I try to give back a lot to people. There we go, elevator time. As well as I can. But since we're doing this right now, and I'm doing a lot of giving to charity, one desire and hope, well, hope rather than desire, is that maybe we'll end up having raised $250,000 to charity this year. That is a lot of my sponsorships going into charity, as well as your subs and your channel points and all that helping charity. So depending on the amount of sponsorships I get, that is highly possible that we'll actually reach $250,000 to charity at the end of this year. But yeah, maybe. So the channel points go to charity. It's because we made a system for that. So I myself am sponsoring the things that you don't spend money on. So when you tune in, it tells me how many people tuned in during a stream, how much watch hours we have, which is somewhere between 4,500 to 6,000, depending on what I'm playing. All of those numbers have had a value attached to them by myself. So 1 watch hour is X amount of money. It's not 1 cent. So in other words, when you guys just tune in, that alone registered as a thing for charity. When you typed a message, if you did, that also generates money for charity. When you have watched for a certain amount of hours, that also becomes charity. In other words, or like even just 10 minutes, if 6 people watch for 10 minutes, that's 1 watch hour. That's still also charity. So any amount you spend converts. So your messages, your channel points, and your presence, tuning in itself, joining our raid, how big our raids were, bigger raids, bigger charity. If someone raids us, like we got raided a bunch of times today, that's also charity. Bigger raids, more charity there too. A follow is a whole cent, and that means 100 followers is $1, first time follows. And we have a system that a programmer helped make, Eldon Nemar, that allows us to track this, and that's why you see the number underneath me tick up by itself. So anything you do, help charity. And for context, by the way, since it's a more present thing, channel points is 1 million points is $1. So if you reach the 20 million points, that is at least $20, because you may have also used channel points like Lost and High and stuff like that. That also does charity. Oh, we're in a school building now. Would that work logistically speaking? I just explained it all. So go back in the VOD and listen to the past minute and you'll find out. And if anyone wondering like where does the money come from? Part of sub revenue that doesn't directly go to charity or savings and bills, because $1 per sub is not the entire amount. Bits and donations may also help if need be with that, as well as paid sponsorships. So that's where the money comes from. It doesn't just like get wished into existence. And while one could say like, so why don't you just give it directly to charity if you can afford it? Because people need hope. People need 1,000 biddies. Weird Mel, hi. Good morning. Thank you for the bundles of biddies and big res. So that helps us use that to allow you to generate money to charity. Could be that I use that to donate directly to a charity at some point because some perfect opportunity happens. Maybe it helps Octawade, where we help someone pay their bills to put food on their table, because it will go to help. It won't go to my own pocket. I feel blessed enough in life already. I want to share, I want to help people. You guys dancing to that also became messages that generated money for charity. So the reason I don't just directly go like, well, I can afford to give this much to charity, is because, like I said, people need hope. People need to realize their actions matter. People need to feel the weight of their presence to value their lives sometimes. Thank you for the biddies. And don't feel like you have to spend any biddies or anything. At the end of the day, this is a system to enable people that want to be enabled. But even lurking, as you heard, watch hours tuning in, that also made it part of the charity. You're generating money no matter what you do here. If you call me a bald toad, that still helps charity. Which is also why you don't see trolls here. They don't want to help charity, so they already lost as they tune in. Nice. So basically, at the end of the day, the reason I made that system instead of directly just forwarding is because then you get to realize and see why your presence and actions matter. And if that means I do get extra for myself some month because you may have been more lurky because of school, exams and stuff, that means I have more for Octawade to help people in the community that are struggling. So in other words, no matter how much or how little you do, what I get goes a lot to help. I do obviously, like I said, take a bit to my savings and my bills, because if something breaks, I need to be able to replace it. I don't want to sit there and put up a fundraiser suddenly for myself where it's like, oh, my computer broke and I put too much to charity. I need $2,000 so I can buy a new computer. No. You know, so I do take what I need for that. So every month there's always some going to me so I can build up savings. This is long-term retirement. For that matter.
What the fuck is... Hello? Is there anyone there?
Well, this is creepy. Don't give this up to my butt! The software that was put together for that actually does have an open aspect where I personally can add to our charity counter by adding more people to the list, and it will track your channel messages, how many messages are sent. And that means that if I let my stream on 24/7 with that program running 24/7, as soon as someone goes live, they could help generate money. The problem with that obviously becomes I can't make sure I can afford that in case someone happens to have a very spammy day, or like I could even add so that subs in your channel makes me pay charity in this channel. You know, so that is possible. But the reason I don't want to share it publicly as a program is just because I would love to have it more. Thank you for farting on the chat, not me. That's fairness. Huh? Oh. What the frick? What's going on? That's scary. Don't fart on it, but you guys farted on me a lot. So, anyway, if I was able to, because the person who made the program has been way more busy and occupied, less on Twitch. If we started talking more actively again, I definitely wouldn't mind make sure we structured it up. That was their ambition and hope too, to make it more easy to use it on your side, but with a bit better, because it requires a little bit of programming inside at the moment to be able to set it up. And I would like it to be a more simplified process where it would be more like, you know, like some stuff you just click and it's like, oh, it syncs to your Twitch channel and boom. I would love for it to more be in that direction and function. Hell, as far as I'm concerned, I would love to talk with Twitch about weaving it into their platform itself and then taking it out of the revenue you earn from the ad revenue and bits and subs that people give you. And then you can just add like, okay, I want tops $500 of my payout to go to this. And then people can continuously generate and the counter is outside the screen and instead under the screen. I would love that for that to be a like official Twitch function. God damn it! You pays! You constantly surprise me. I hate you. I hate you so much. For anyone that's just watching every now and then, they might have watched every single moment I saw one of these because it's too normal when there's a beep. And they only see me zoomed in on fire or like stuff like this. And they're like, what the hell is he playing? A game about looking at these things? This is the only thing they've seen. Let's go. Really cool idea. Twitch is excited known for adding in awesome features like that. Actually, they are. They have a charity tool already where you can change your sub button into a fundraiser button. However, I want to see more. Oh god, I can possibly fall. Okay, I want to see what's over here before I fall. So, for those that are unaware, I'm a Twitch ambassador nowadays, which gives me a more direct line with Twitch to talk with them. And I even had the honor of pitching a charity project to the boss himself of Twitch, the current CEO. And I want to use that type of potential of connectivity with Twitch as a platform to communicate what could potentially be done. So I want to, as an ambassador, help other people. Oh, it's this type of area, but it's indoors? That's weird. Okay, I want to go back. I need to see if I can jump down that hole. But like, that's what I... Like, why when they reached out, why I even applied to show interest as an ambassador, it's not about what ambassadorship can do for me and our project, it's what I can do to help other people. Oh, I can't fall down. That looks scary as shit though. But it's like, what can I do to help others do the same? How can I help other people live dreams and make projects possible? That's what I want to bring to the table as an ambassador. Oh, it's daytime? Do I have to hide in the houses for nighttime? Because that's the scary part of this. Oh wait, I can stand on the chair. Oh, keys? To what door though? There's literally no doors. What do you need keys for? Ugh. Musical Phoenix, you can actually already do that. You can already search. It's at the top of your screen if you're on a browser. If you search for a game, It will first list the online content, but also, if you scroll down a little bit, it will list VODs of said stuff. So it's more obvious if you search a less streamed game, because let's say you search Majora's Mask. If nobody's streaming it right now, the first things you will see are VODs. Actually. Is it based off like the game you and the game played? Yes, well, it's not necessarily based on the game per se, but on the concept of that region, where it's daytime and nighttime. Escape the Backrooms, I believe that game is called. I used to speedrun it for a while, and almost got into top 20.
What in the hell?
Will this fall off if I go this way?
Focus.
I don't like that. Oh, look how it goes. Oh, no. I hate that. Anyone watch the movie The Cube? Does it think it look like that? Yeah. Okay. Ow! Oh, dude, that scared the shit out of me. Oh, he pushed me! You pushed me, you little shit! Boop! The only beans I don't believe I have, no. And the ladder is still hanging on that side. Shit. Big Yerk. But seriously, for those of you that haven't watched The Cube, what year is it from? It's like the 80s, right? Like, or 80s or 90s. It's a movie, and I'll only explain the premise, where people that don't know each other, and they don't know why, but they're in a room, and when they look into a door, then you see another room. And then there's like puzzles.
I can't believe that just happened.
Sometimes. To
Fuck
get to the next one. 97. Insane. I think my absolute favorite movie trivia is that The Matrix came out before the year 2000. And it always messes people up. Because almost everyone thinks it came out after the year 2000. But it's like, nope. Y2K hadn't happened. This is your lunchroom. Help keep it clean. Yes, please. Yeah, Rodney McKay from Stargate Atlantis is in that movie. Yep. No, yo, piece of shit! Every single time! Like a Rubik's Cube building thing with all the rooms moving about. Such a cool concept. Yup. Yeah, definitely watch The Cube. It's really freaking good. Maybe I'll rewatch it when my wife is out of town. Japanese remake in 21 that I heard was good. I don't need to look that one up. Can we admire the fact that we have been walking around for almost 3 hours and we're just seeing lots of areas and it still feels good, you know? Also, thank you for the follow we got like 10 minutes ago. I forgot to say thank you. Okay. Pole Valley. Nice. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. We have it. Thank you for the follow. So fun fact, if you followed today, you followed while we were escaping the back rooms. So you were stuck in the back rooms and we just saved you. You're welcome. Unless I die in the back rooms, in that case you die with us, and in that case, you're welcome? Maybe? We have it, but it doesn't say we give it. This is true. Wait. Rodney McKay streams? On Twitch? Or otherwise? Holy shit, I need to check him out. I had no idea about that. I've learned a bunch of things though, like 2 actors at least from Breaking Bad stream on Twitch. There are a bunch of people famous from TV shows and movies that just happen to stream on Twitch. It's freaking cool. And a increasing amount of voice actors from popular movies, like cartoons rather, and games also end up streaming on Twitch, and not just to be like, hi, look at me, I am in this game, but they also then like become streamers, content creators. They're putting thought and effort into their actual content too, not just to like bask in the glory of their fame, so to say. I'm sure some people do that, but like most of them, like of them, they remain. They are not like that. It seems on a David Havlet. There we go. Squid Research Labs? Wait, what is a Squid Research Lab? Yeah, there's no food and no bathroom breaks in this game. Guys, if you need to pee, I should have let you done so with the toilet. I'm looking away right now, okay? I'm closing my eyes. If you need to pee or poop, this is your pee and poop corner, okay? I'm gonna put you right there. You go. There it is. Anyway, like get it all out. Hi, get it all out. I'll wait. There's not even a bucket. You don't need a bucket. You get the entire floor. You just dance pooping in the corner. Nice. Dancing the poop out. Feeling lucky tonight, Ski? Good luck. I believe in you. Who was Casper Van Dien in Stormtroop Troopers? Was it the main guy, or is it a girl name? Because it sounds like it could be both. What's the thing with the biddies? No! Okay, the reason I screamed is because, you know those really tiny flies, like banana flies? Fruit flies, I think it's called actually, in English. In Sweden we call them banana flies. One of them just flew almost right into my eyeball, and it scared the shit out of me. I thought it was in the game, because the game looks so realistic, and I thought it flew out of the monitor and into my face. So I was like, ugh. Choose the right path? God damn it! So you know what I made you guys pee and poop in the corner? I guess I could have waited and given you guys a toilet instead. No! Thank you, Dalhala, for 100 biddies. Don't forget, Dalhala, stream stickers, if you ever want to turn that into something else. Because some stickers cost 100. This one costs 200! I will fight you! Ow. I'm gonna go into this one. No worries, Alhala. Like, any way of doing it is fine, but like, I know some people have a lot of fun with the stickers, so I want to make sure you don't miss out, because I remember last time, you were like, shit, when you did a doodah. I can't let you do that. Let me select the num again. When the chat disappears, is it one of those things where you're watching the stream and it just refreshes the entire page? So the chat just goes, like, it empties what you were typing and then it just reloads everything. Where are they connected? So you can hold hands while you poop. Anonymously. Woo! Sarah, let's go! Do you know yet? If you manage to recover all your data? I'm jumping. I think.
Whoa.
Or not.
What?
Okay. I'm walking. Hello? Oh, what's that? Oh, you have Sarah. Let's go! Huh? Hi. Help! Help me! Imagine dude, this is where we all started. This is where it started.
But I know this place. Oh, please tell me I'm back. Oh, come on.
Holy
Please.
shit.
Hello? Does anyone copy? Does anyone copy? Hello? Fuck.
This is gonna be a great occasion to play Marco Polo. Marco Polo. So we might be able to get all the way back to the beginning. It's all a loop. I'm intrigued because I remember watching a sliver of Insum stream of this one, and then I looked away. I didn't want to see too much because I wanted to play it myself. And the robot.
It's here. Oh,
And I remember
what is this?
seeing a room that is typical of a Backrooms, but never found it myself in this playthrough. Interesting. Hey, buddy. How you doing? It looks like a Nintendo robot. So the good news is seeing that one means that we should be where our friends are, or someone. Oh, yeah, Wally, actually, yeah. Discount Wally. Maybe whatever took it placed it in a place that looks like the beginning of the game, but it isn't. Maybe Rob and Wally had a kid. Maybe this way? Ah! Okay, maybe in there then. We'll spin that wheel soon, because this is very exciting, curious. I want to see where this leads. This way? Hello, Jane. Welcome. We're doing good. Oh! Exit point! Let's go even deeper. There we go. Where's my friends, though? Okay, this is eerie. I ate my friends? Were they delicious? Question mark. Hey buddies, fun prank. I really loved how you made me think I was lost in Backrooms. Whatever that creature was before. What if it got to them?
Okay. Just follow the tape. Follow the tape.
What happens if I don't? What happens if I go this way? Can I go through here? I can't. Shit! I'm just scared that big doll is gonna show up again. Are we in the back rooms? About to leave them, actually. Hopefully, I should say. Seems like a dead end here, too. Okay, cool. I gotta say, this definitely lists in top 3 of favorite Backrooms games to me. So for those who missed the beginning of the stream, this is where it all started, and we were walking along that line to get into the area where we were investigating deeper in the back room. So we sent in a robot. When the robot went missing, we offered to crawl in and like go and get it, see why it broke. But when we get there, there's no robot, and we just go like, ah, well, I'll check deeper in to see if I can find it. Like, it should be nearby. And then we faint and wake up even deeper in the back rooms. And now we've been able to make our way back here, but the people that were monitoring us are gone. Like, our friends in the yellow suits that we also wear have disappeared. Did we just find? We did actually just now, as we came back. If you were watching that Wally-looking robot, that was the robot we were looking for. So the robot is back, but our people are gone. Which makes you wonder, is this a copy of our area? Or is it a... authorized personnel only? Well, I want to go past and see what that means. I can't. So... does it mean it's a copy of the place that the Backrooms have created, where the people are missing because they're not in this area? Or did something happen to the people? Because the robot was missing, why is it back? Don't stray from the path. I'm really bad at not doing that. Yeah, we're supposed to go there, but there's a dark area over here, which seems promising. Ooh. Ah. Actually, there's nothing. Shit. Egg frittata sandwich, chocolate cappuccino coffee, thrifted tanuki mug. It sounds nice. I think they went looking for you and got lost themselves. That is not impossible. So, like, 3 options. Something happened to make them vanish. We were gone for a long time without realizing we were, so they might have just gone home because they needed sleep. Or they might have gone in and also went missing. I mean, they had a video camera music of Phoenix. That's how we knew where it went when it vanished. The only benefit of the marker, I guess, is if the monster leaves the marker attached when they steal it. And you would just see markers sometimes in the levels, and you're like, the robot has been here.
Oh my god, I'm actually back. Yes.
So this here is where it all started. I don't think this is that place, though. I suspect, because this is what we went through. Now, if I recall correctly, wasn't there a field in the door that is no longer there? What if the Backrooms broke out of the Backrooms and has expanded out into reality? Because there were people here working too. This doesn't make sense that they're gone. Like, why are these people missing? Can I zoom in? Audio update. Hello world.
Is there anyone here? Where is everyone?
Yep, something ain't right. Honestly, if I'm right that the Backrooms is breaking out of the Backrooms, that is actually, as far as I feel, a approach I haven't seen in these games so far, which is actually a really fun idea. Like, imagine is going into Backrooms, you think you get out, but then you're not truly out. Yes! Little sister, I already got all the messages. I just got a lot of text messages again. I bet it's my little sister. She sent me like 30 text messages today for off the stream. 33! Holy shit. I requested them, but I didn't expect it to be, like, I thought it would be 4, not 30 images. Holy shit. In this way. Thank you for taking us, by the way. Thank you once again for the biddies. Thank you for your friendship. And take care. Hello. What do we have up here? We have the Magwave. Okay. My little sister, for reference, for those who don't know, had a stroke about 9 months ago. And we hadn't talked in a while. She sounded better today than she did last time I spoke with her, so it's definitely been some recovery. But she's not fully restored from it. Let me go through that window. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Thank you, Big A Mikey. My sister is quite young, so it was a massive surprise. And the stroke itself was caused by a hole in her heart that she was likely born with, and it was never discovered. The size of the hole was the size of a thumbnail. If I recall it correctly, it was a thumbnail. And if you think about that, like if you cleanse your fish, that's the size of your heart, basically. And then you think of a hole that size. So they fixed it, which should prevent further strokes. But once you've had a stroke, there's also always a heightened risk. But that's what ultimately caused it, that she had a heart issue. Which is why when Insim did his American Heart Association charity, that I donated $3,000, $2,000 to that, because that type of charity is now also very close to my heart, alongside cancer research. Red equals scary? Okay, yeah, it probably was good 2K. I think you're right.
The fuck? I'm not out.
What is on the other side? This is a cinematic now. How do I look? Do I look fine? Interesting.
This is my home.
Camera? Oh, everything is being sucked in. Oh. Hi, Queen Bumblebee. Thank you for the follow. Okay, what's happening? The camera got sucked in. Did I go in after it? What? Okay. You just pulled out into real world and fell down all the way from the sky. If someone sees this video, do they get sucked into the backrooms because of the found footage? Oh, that is... Oh my god, look at that. Oh, that's eerie. Oh, that's scary. Magwave Research Institute. Imagine if we saw such a thing in this guy IRL. I would be intrigued, less than I'd be scared. Just because it's so unreal looking. And if I can't stop it, what am I supposed to do about it? You know? Okay, so they're destroying the location which worked on analyzing the entire backrooms. By the way, for those that are new, this is not the end of the stream, just the end of the game. However, we will be saying bye to the YouTube recording. So when you hear me say bye YouTube, it won't go offline on YouTube. It's just us saying goodbye to the YouTube side. But let's let the credits go first in case something shows up. Something extra. Well freaking done. Very well made game. And by a fairly small team too. Like, those are the voice actors. 7. Then we had some patrons on Patreon probably. Some playtesters, nice. It was a great time. It was really great. I know someone else mentioned another Backrooms game the other day. Does anyone... Are you here? But dude, the menu has changed. What happens if I click insert tape now? Why do we have this? Oh, that opens as... What the hell? It opened this. What the hell? This is 7 years after. No, 17 years after. This is 2005. Oh, this is eerie. I love this. Okay, 20 seconds left. 30. That is what pushed him, yep. There it go. It's gone. It's gone. Oh shit. Oh dude. Oh, that is so freaking cool, man. That is so cool. Those are masters from that weird video with the dude eating soup and crying when one of them stands behind him. Not quite sure which one you mean. I mean, let's see what happens if we insert tape now. Does it just start over the game? Or does it do something new because the menu is new? What if they hid that? Recovered footage 2? Did it say that in the beginning? Or did it just say recovered footage 1?
And we're rolling.
No, this is how it started.
Alright, you ready? I think so. Alright, you know what? Mike's already in. Yeah.
Okay. In that case, we're gonna wrap it up there. So for those of you who watch the recording on YouTube, thank you so much for watching the VOD. If you have any comments you would like to share your favorite Backrooms game or suggest another one, or you say how you like this one, feel free to leave a comment on the video. Otherwise, maybe I'll still see you in the next one. Bye, Octotube. Bye-bye. Bye.